Have you ever noticed a strange phenomenon in your life? You spend months, maybe years, obsessing over something. You want a specific person to love you. You desperately want that promotion. You need that financial breakthrough. You pray, you visualize, you write scripts, and you lose sleep over it. You tighten your grip until your knuckles turn white, and nothing happens. The more you push, the further it moves away. It feels like you are running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, zero distance. But then one day, you get tired. You hit a point of exhaustion. You say, "I'm done. I don't care anymore." You genuinely let go. You turn your attention to something else. You start living your life. And suddenly there it is. The text message comes through. The job offer lands in your inbox. The money appears from a source you never expected. Why does this happen? Is the universe playing a cruel joke on you? Does it only give you what you want when you no longer want it? No, this is not a joke, and it is not a coincidence. This is a fundamental psychological and universal mechanism known as the backwards law. The philosopher Alan Watts described it best. He called it the law of reversed effort. He said, when you try to stay on the surface of the water, you sink, but when you try to sink, you float. Think about that. The harder you try to float, the more tense your body becomes, and down you go. But when you relax and surrender to the water holds you up. Today, we are going to explore why your desperate effort is actually the block you've been looking for. We're going to deconstruct the paradox of intention, and I am going to show you how to stop chasing your life so that your life can finally catch up to you. Let's start with the neuroscience of needing. When you desperately want something, what signal are you sending to your brain and body? I want this is synonymous with I do not have this. Desire, in its extreme form, is an affirmation of lack. When you obsess over the outcome, you activate your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. Your brain perceives the absence of your desire as a threat to your survival. You become anxious. You become hypervigilant. You overanalyze every sign. From a quantum physics perspective, and purely from a psychological standpoint, this is a repulsive energy. Think about it socially. Who are you attracted to at a party? The person who is desperate for attention, standing in the corner trying too hard to be liked? Or the person who is relaxed, self-assured, and doesn't seem to need anyone's approval? We run from desperation. And so does reality. As long as you are chasing, the object of your desire is running. That is the physics of the chase. Aldous Huxley, the famous writer, explained this beautifully. He said, "The harder we try with the conscious will to do something, the less we shall succeed. Proficiency and the results of proficiency come only to those who have learned the paradoxical art of doing and not doing." This is where most people get confused. They ask, so, should I just sit on the couch and do nothing? Should I give up on my dreams? No, there's a massive difference between giving up and letting go. Giving up comes from a place of defeat. It says, I am not good enough. It will never happen. Letting go comes from a place of trust. It says, I have set my intention. I have done the work. And now I release the need to control how and when it happens. Think of an archer. To hit the target, the archer must have a clear intention. He must pull the string back with effort. That is the doing. But for the arrow to actually fly and hit the bullseye, there must be a moment where the archer releases the string. If he refuses to let go of the string because he is trying so hard to hit the target, the arrow never leaves the bow. Many of you are holding on to the string. You are aiming. You are sweating. Your muscles are shaking from the effort, but you are terrified to let go. You think that your worrying is what keeps the dream alive, but your worrying is what is choking it. The psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the concentration camps, developed a concept called paradoxical intention. He found that patients who suffered from insomnia could not sleep precisely because they were trying to sleep. The anxiety about not sleeping kept them awake. His cure? He told them to try to stay awake. When they stopped fighting the insomnia and accepted it, the resistance dropped and they fell asleep naturally. This is the secret. Resistance is the wall between you and your new reality. When you say, "I must have this or I will not be happy," you create a massive amount of resistance. You turn the desire into an idol, and you turn yourself into a beggar. But the moment you say, "I would love to have this, but I am okay without it," you dissolve the resistance. You take the desire off the pedestal. You reclaim your power. You shift from the energy of needing to the energy of having, because someone who already has their dream life isn't anxious about it. They are relaxed. They are secure. By letting go of the emotional attachment to the outcome, you inadvertently match the frequency of the reality where you already have it. This is the Stoic art of detachment. The Stoics taught us that we control our actions, but not the outcomes. Focus entirely on the process. Fall in love with the person you are becoming. Find joy in your today, right here, right now. When you stop waiting for the future to save you, the future arrives. Imagine you are ordering a meal at a restaurant. You look at the menu, you choose what you want, and you tell the waiter. Do you then follow the waiter into the kitchen? Do you scream at the chef? Do you sit at the table shaking with anxiety, wondering, what if they don't bring my food? What if they ran out of ingredients? No, you order and then you relax. You talk to your friends. You enjoy the music. You trust that the order is being prepared. You have let go of the order, knowing it will be served. You need to treat your life with the same level of trust. You have placed your order with the universe. You have visualized. You have worked. Now get out of the kitchen. Let the chef cook. I know it feels scary. Your ego tells you that if you stop worrying, everything will fall apart. But I am asking you to try the opposite. Test the backwards law. Choose one thing you've been struggling with. One thing you have been strangling with your anxiety. And just for today, decide that you don't care. Decide that you are going to be happy regardless of whether it happens or not. Loosen your grip. Drop the heavy chain you've been carrying. You will feel a physical sensation of relief wash over you. That relief is a signal. That relief is the sound of the resistance breaking. And in that space of silence, in that space of non-resistance, the magic finally has room to enter. Muddy water becomes clear only when you leave it alone. Leave it alone. Live your life. And watch how quickly the universe rushes to fill the vacuum. It happens not when you force it, but when you allow it. We are building a community here of people who are waking up to their true power. We are moving from force to flow, from desperation to magnetism. If this video resonated with you, if you felt that relief I talked about, please take a second to support the channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson in mastering your reality. And to prove to yourself and to the universe that you are ready to let go, I want you to leave a comment below. Write these words: I release control. Let that be your mantra today. Release the control and accept the flow. Thank you for watching. Stop trying so hard. You are already enough. See you in the next video.